So there is definitely tensity across Zimbabwe as political temperatures, without doubt now, even the doubting Thomases can see what we have long been talking about, that the situation is no longer enticing anymore. Emerson Tambuzo Mnangagwa is out to fight. And I think this is a moment of fighting more than actually speaking words. And a plot has been hatched, according to the supporters of retired General Chiwenga, to eliminate retired General Chiwenga, including his wife. Welcome this morning on your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. I'm just thinking people are asleep. I was doing this live broadcast for morning viewers. Anyway, let's get to the business of the day. I'm trying to open where I got the story. Okay, so I'll read this story as it is because it's not coming from me. So the General Chiwenga Voluntary Supporters Association, there is this group. It was actually posting a lot of information, especially leading to the conference of Bulawayo, of which most of it was on point. So there is absolutely no reason to second guess them at this crucial moment. So it says the General Chiwenga Voluntary Supporters Association has issued a dramatic public alert alleging a plot to assassinate Vice President Constantino Chiwenga and his wife, Colonel Minio Thabo, calling on war veterans, youth brigades, patriotic citizens to mobilize in defense of the Vice President. In a statement released ahead of planned demonstrations on 17th and 18th of October, the association claimed that treasonous forces linked to a corrupt cartel are orchestrating a midnight strike dubbed Operation Venom Strike, aimed at silencing anti-corruption crusade. The statement goes on to say the fight is no longer abstract. It is a matter of life and death for the only man who dared stand between the thieves and your future. The statement reads, the group alleges that Chiwenga recently presented evidence to the High Command exposing a US 3.2 billion corruption scandal involving funds allegedly diverted from schools, hospitals, and national development programs. This money meant for national restoration was diverted to buy loyalty and prop up a failing regime built on patronage and corruption, the association claimed. Mobilization plans and ultimatum. The General Chiwenga Voluntary Supporters Association has called for mass action beginning 17th of October with a full-scale occupation of State House planned for 18th October, demanding the resignation of what it described as a disgraced, corrupt, and illegitimate administration. It goes on to say every loyal patriot will converge on the State House and occupy that ground until the administration resigns. This is the people's final ultimatum, the group declared. The statement also referred to Comrade Blessed Geza's tactical call, framing the mobilization as people's protective advance and warning that any attempt to harm Chiwenga would provoke nationwide resistance. Anti-corruption mandate and political tensions. The association described Chiwenga as the architect of the Second Republic's birth and accused unnamed political actors of attempting to erase his contribution to restore legacy in. Without the general, the anti-corruption mandate collapses. We will defend it with every fiber of our being, the statement concluded. So the allegations and mobilization all come amid heightened political tensions within ZANU-PF and growing public scrutiny over corruption and factionalism. This statement was just issued a few hours ago. So as you see, definitely this is a logical reason that the Mnangagwa faction may be plotting this. But remember, if you are already aware of what the other camp is plotting against you, then you get to protect yourself better, of which I strongly believe at the moment retired General Chiwenga is up to the task in terms of protecting himself. You can tell that things are not, things are not actually as favorable as it is at the moment. The situation is actually not looking so good at the moment. I'm just checking at the page of Miniota, but she just posted about 2 hours ago saying, "Thank you, Mighty Creative Designs." So she just posted her pictures, nothing substantial, and also 3 hours ago she posted Miss Universe, doing some campaigns. So she doesn't delve much into politics and the plans. Obviously, in my view, that is tactical. The fact that she was awake about 2 hours ago and 3 hours ago, this also tells us something that is politically obtaining in Zimbabwe. So a plot to actually eliminate retired General Chiwenga is seemingly on the card by the Emerson Tambuzo Mnangagwa faction, noticing that the retired General Chiwenga is equally coming after them. So it's going to be a very, very long day today. Remember, we have started already counting hours into tomorrow. I think everything that is possible has been done to provoke the situation. It's no longer diplomacy at the moment. There is limited chance of diplomacy. I have already seen some Barakashi trying to discourage retired General Chiwenga from attending the ZANU-PF conference, actually calling him a traitor, saying, how can a traitor attend the ZANU-PF conference? So the situation is quite bad at the moment. All factions are actually entrenching their campaigns. I think this is the moment of those who pray. This is the moment to actually pray. I think I'm reading Maponga, one of the Mnangagwa supporters, saying we will need to establish the complex relationship of this team with the pending strike. You can't sit, you see. We need to establish the complex relationship of this team with the pending strike. They are giving actually pointers of what Mnangagwa intends to do. And then he goes on to say, you can't sit in a conference while plotting a national strike. Poor advisors. And he put the pictures amongst the this is the picture that this fellow actually put. So you can see they are doing everything possible to actually provoke an immediate reaction from retired General Chiwenga. The situation is quite bad. And we know that Blessed Geza has already urged the people of Zimbabwe in all cities like Bulawayo, Mutare, Gweru, who can't afford to go to Harare on Friday to protest in those cities. So it is becoming a nation-wide protest. With the aim of actually putting pressure on Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa regime, which has been characterized by the faction of retired General Chiwenga as a corrupt regime. So also unraveling the plots, you can tell that even if you look at the statement that I read yesterday, if you look at the language that has been used there, you can tell that Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa is up to something and is just waiting for retired General Chiwenga to react, and then he can execute that. And at this moment, I think retired General Chiwenga should intensify his security. If there is any moment for him to intensify his security and be on the lookout, it is now. I don't know the plan. It's one of a group within ZANU-PF that does not unpack more, or that does not actually put their plan publicly. But I know they are onto something. There is definitely a plan to protect himself as well as to protect his family, because the ruthless ZANU-PF, especially Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, I think is publicly known when it comes to he has a Kukuraunde background. He betrayed Robert Gabriel Mugabe. Now he's betraying even the men who helped him to be where he is at the moment. So he is a traitor of note. I think if I can properly characterize him. So the situation not looking good. And guess what? Today we will keep on updating you. There are certain issues which I thought as early as possible I need to ventilate on, because I can see it will be the longest day. We are counting down to the protest day, the beginning, the commencement of the protest day as actually announced and directed by Blessed Geza. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become very first one to watch us. So the countdown into the moment which everyone has been waiting